Well, I think there's sentiment and there's actually what's happening in terms of builders working on real products that are actually going to solve real world problems. And I think that once you get the speculative phase out of the way, which I think we're almost done with, probably not yet completely done, then you can get real builders focusing on the technology and the problems it can solve in the world rather than just having a giant digital casino for people to trade. And I think that this is what we're excited about, because I think this phase of crypto, of Bitcoin, and other technologies is just going to yield very different outcomes.
And why do you say we're almost done with it and not quite done yet?
Because I still think that there's a long tail of players and things that will fall behind and be replaced by other types of companies.
And we know this market kind of works in cycles, and obviously we're at a point now where we've got a big rally in Bitcoin and broader markets this year. There's talk about perhaps the central banks being less aggressive next year in what they're doing, a potential Bitcoin ETF coming to market as well, the halving. Where are we at the cycle right now in your point of view?
Well, I think it's very exciting, actually. I mean, for a company like ours, Lightspark, that is building on top of Bitcoin, to see the large institutional players and people in general see Bitcoin as a store of value that is actually more fungible, easier to move around and to use than gold, and with more predictable supply over a very long period of time, and as such is becoming a real asset for many more people. You're absolutely right that an ETF is just around the corner, which will unlock just a lot more distribution for Bitcoin to the retail investor base. So we're excited about that, about Bitcoin being even stronger. But for us, it doesn't really matter, because we're building a payments product on top of Bitcoin, which really doesn't depend on the price of Bitcoin at all. But I'm excited for the underlying asset that we're using to continue to appreciate and be stronger.